21 children, many of them born to surrogate mothers, have been taken from a couple here in California and then placed in protective custody. Investigators are saying they stumbled upon the couple's home while investigating a child abuse case involving a 2-month-old baby.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just hit top bottom of the video and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we will be talking about the 21 children that got taken out of a house in California. So this took place in Arcadia, California. What they end up happening. So first they took them from a home owned by a couple, an Asian couple by the name of Sylvia Zhang and Gujan Ong. I'm sorry. Well, to start with, Zhang is 38 and Yon is 65. Okay, so they were originally arrested after a hospital reported their 2-month-old infant had a traumatic head injury, and the result of a nanny at the home violently shaking the baby.
It's my understanding, Alex, that this couple, they were arrested and released, but now police have issued an arrest warrant for the nanny?
Yeah, they're looking for the nanny right now. The parents of these 21 children, the legal guardians, the legal parents, were arrested and then they were released in the child abuse investigation. This is the nanny right here who they're looking for. She is the one who allegedly actually took part in the child abuse with that young child. Now, most of these children, 17 of them, are under the age of 3. The mother's all the way from Texas to Florida. So it's suspicious. They don't know how far it's going to go, but they want to know, why did they have 21 children? What was going on?
So that, obviously that's going to cause a concern, CPS and things of that sort. So that's obvious. At the time, the Arcadia police did not file charges at the time in order to finish a full investigation. And obviously, what they were looking into, what charges and child abuse charges at this thing. But this obviously prompted them to look into Zhang and Sean. I'm sorry. I'm going to jack up his name closer. So I'm going to just say Zhang and her husband. Zhang and her husband closer. So this prompted them to, I guess, have a warrant for their house. And then this caused them to have taken 21 children from the couple's custody. Most of them were born via surrogate. So obviously, y'all know what a surrogate is. Somebody else basically carries the baby for you. So the children ranged in age from 2 months to 13 years, with most being between 1 and 3. So that tells you where they had plenty. Basically, it felt like they trying to have a farm of children. They was just birthing children left and right. So obviously, at one, you can't, take care of all these children at one. Especially, if you have that many children between the age of 1 and 3, it's hard to take care of them. But the reason this information helped, besides obviously them getting reported by the hospital and then, them taking 21 children, is they have two of the people. Well, one, it was somebody they were trying to pursue as a surrogate, and two, a second woman who actually was a surrogate. So potential one said their dealings with Zane began in 2023, where she had posted in a Facebook group for people interested in surrogacy and received a message. Zane said her and her partner already had an 8-year-old daughter in China, where were having fertility issues. Zane said she was working with a surrogate who was already pregnant, but that she wanted twins, so she was pursuing a second surrogate. But Esperanza, boy, I can't talk. Fuck it. Said things started to feel amiss after Zane asked if she had any friends who also wanted to be surrogates. She said that she's a realtor in Arcadia, and that's how she has a lot of money and was able to afford a lot of surrogates at the time. She then backed out of surrogacy after the lawyer for the couple abruptly hung up on her while discussing the contract. She said the document said the couple would implant 2 embryos instead of 1, and the selection required background information on the couple was cut out. The couple became angry when she decided not to move forward. She then showed text messages to the AP that showed Zane offering $3,000 more if she agreed to keep going, and another $2,000 bonus after a fetal heartbeat is detected. And then, they had a second woman who is a Kayla Elliott, who did actually have a baby through surrogacy for them, but she wanted the child to keep. So It said Elliot gave birth to a baby girl in March. She chose to be a surrogate, but she really wanted to give somebody a family. The Texas woman began the process when Mark Surrogacy reached out to her directly on Facebook. She signed a contract listing them as the intended parents. The contract said Elliot would receive $65,000 in a series of payments by the end of her 16th I can't read. Fuck all that. Elliot began weary when early in the pregnancy she flew to California to meet the couple and only Zhang showed up. As the process went on, Elliot had almost no direct with Zhang and Zhang, which is uncommon in surrogacy. Most of the messaging was through text and emails with representatives from agencies who discouraged her from reaching out to Zhang. The agency was always like, oh, they're very busy people, she said. When she learned that the couples had at least 2 other surrogates having babies with them, she was told by the agency they just want a big family. So she flew to California for the NBA transfer, and which was done at the clinic decided to comment on the investigation. He said neither parent was there for Elliot's labor or delivery, and only Zhang showed up for a few hours after the baby was born. The woman didn't seem very connected with the child. She kind of barely looked at her. After handing Elliot $2,000 in cash and giving 3 of her family members in the room $200 each, the woman left with the baby girl. Now, Elliot wants custody of the girl and says she hopes all the babies are safe. When the news broke out about the couple, she confronted Zhang on the phone and over text. He said in text message that Ellie showed to the AP, Zhang wrote, all the babies really important in our lives. So, one, I have a lot of questions because obviously they don't have a lot of information about these people. So I do want to know what the hell they do for a living and why they're getting so much money from it that they can offer all these surrogates some. It does make me wonder, are they doing something dark with these babies?
But wanting to know what was going on in that home. Now, not necessarily illegal to have 21 surrogate children, but police say it's obviously suspicious and they want to know more. The women say that they were told that their babies were going to a family who had 1 child, could not have a second child, were having fertility problems, and they thought they were going to a small family that it was going to be their second child. But apparently we're going to a couple with a 65-year-old father, 38-year-old mother, that they were in the home. They were looking at the child abuse allegation. They went in, found all of these children. And now police and the FBI are trying to figure out, was anything illegal going on in there? Was there child trafficking of some kind? They don't know.
And next, yeah, that's why they would be so important. Also, like I said, maybe if these people are really, living a lifestyle where our realtors and actually, living an honest living and getting money like that, and they just wanted a big family, it's no way you leaving. You know how many nannies you have to hire? One. So I really want to know how much money these motherfuckers getting. But how many nannies you have to hire to have 21 kids? Now, obviously, the older kids, they said they ranged all the way to 13. So some of the kids are old enough, just to handle themselves and be in the house by themselves. But well, not some of them, honestly. You leave about 12, 13, I guess would be the range. But at least they can, maybe can help out with their siblings. But you still having a lot of kids, 1 through 3, because they didn't specify how many, is absolutely ridiculous. So it just makes me wonder, what the hell could they be doing with these kids? Why do they want so many? And who the fuck are these people? So I'm definitely interested in where the fuck this story is going from here. And it's just a random ass city in Arcadia. But that's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok, Bottomville, and we up.